All right, sitting here with Cody again this week, and we had an engine, and this is a Cord engine we had in that was actually at another shop that they sent to us because they felt like it was going to need to be rebuilt. Wasn't sure what was wrong with it, but wanted to send it to us to get diagnosed and then to rebuild it. So yeah, so what did you do? What's the first process? The engine comes in. It didn't look like this, obviously, but it was a complete engine.
Right, it was complete. Yeah, for sure. Still had the transmission on it and everything else. And we kind of just went over with the customer what they expected, what they wanted, and they let us know that it was making a knocking noise, and so they just shut it off, pulled it, and shipped it to us.
So normally when you hear knocking, where do you think?
Rod, rod bearing, something like that, piston slap, maybe something like that, but never what we have going on with this one.
Yeah. So you're thinking rods. So the first thing you do is you start tearing it down and start.
Yeah, start inspecting, just looking for really just anything. I mean, checking pistons, making sure the bottom end's okay and together, and metal in the oil, stuff like that. And none of that.
And one of the things interesting on this one is a lot of these blocks were cracked at some point through the years, so that it has some kind of a repair on them. We've seen all kinds of gnarly repairs. This one has repairs. In a way, it's kind of crude, but at the same time, very functional. They added some drain plugs, which is maybe it would have been good to have originally, but so that's not uncommon that we see that. But this has been repaired at some point, the block itself. But so that's not creating any problems. That seems like that's going to work fine. So all right, you started tearing it down. Well, what'd you find?
So we started tearing it down just to get to the internals, check all the valves, check everything on it. And when we pulled the supercharger, we actually found a major failure on the supercharger itself. If you want to get close, you can see that the actual pinion gear on this is just chewed apart and missing teeth. And
it's missing teeth, and then the shape itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all just got destroyed. And if we look down here in the valley of the motor, how they're driven, you can see this ring gear is badly torn up on one side. And we started looking more into it, and actually whoever built this engine prior to us didn't quite have the depth of this set right, and it was actually set too far in and putting extra strain on the top of this gear and the lower part of the ring gear, and just over the years finally gave way and caused all this heartache.
Yeah, I can see a lot of shavings in there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shavings in it. And
So what's the repair? Obviously you got to.
So now we gotta locate or have made a new pinion drive for the supercharger. We have to have a new ring gear made or found for the camshaft, but we'll have to pull all the valves, get the cam out of there, and repair the cam. But right now we're waiting on the customer to see if they want to do a full rebuild and go ahead and just freshen this whole engine up and start fresh, or if they just want to do what the simpler repair, which would be just replacing the ring gear and the pinion.
Man, that's not fun. You find something like that in one of these engines. You always hope for the best, but again, they're 100 years old. Some have been sitting for a long time. You don't know who worked on them or what parts they used, and you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah, absolutely.